You are now what? Kadrice? Stay tuned. Listen, if there's no enemy within, then no enemy outside can withstand. If you tell yourself you can do it, then who could tell you you can't? Nobody. Let's go. Okay. It's your girl Kadrice, I'm out to conquer these streets. Got the keys to success, gonna give it my best. Ain't something, nothing less. Got a legacy to build, shooting for the hills. Gotta stack a couple meals just to make a couple meals. Ain't worried about a hater, better charge it to the bill. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kadrice, and you already know I am back with another video. Okay, so today's video is going to be about my labor and delivery story. I'm out of breath for some reason, I don't even know. But anyway, so I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I gather all of my thoughts together in memories and put this story together for y'all as best as possible from beginning to ending. Okay, I do just want to put out a disclaimer. Okay, I am by myself with my twin baby girls, and right now one of them has woken up, so I got her in the swing right there, watching her right now. And her breast probably just fell out. So hopefully she does not cry. The other one is inside the room sleeping. So this is the life of a mommy of twins, okay? Bless you, baby. I tried to do it around their sleeping schedule, but she decided to wake up. Anyway, so let's just get started. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm not gonna try to make this video long, for one, because I gotta tend to her, as well as I don't wanna make this video long. So anyway, so starting out from the beginning, what happened in the beginning? So I'm going to start off by saying that I gave birth at 36 weeks and 3 days. Around 35 weeks, I had developed preeclampsia. So that means they found protein in my urine. They needed me to do the protein test. Okay, that was just a call. So yeah, so they needed me to do a protein test or whatever, well, urine test, and to see, like, you know, if I do have preeclampsia, because all this time I didn't have it. So you're gonna have to collect your urine for 24 hours and put it inside the jug. So it was like Wednesday she gave it to me, but I let her know that I was trying to like do this maternity shoot and stuff like that over the weekend. So she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna let you bring it in on Monday, but I'm gonna let you know that most likely you will be having those babies next week if there is protein in your urine. And but I don't know for sure what we're gonna do, so I will let you know and keep you updated. So I said, okay, you know, I asked her, like, you know, is that Sunday I would have turned 36 weeks. And so I asked her, like, you know, is 36 weeks okay to deliver twins and stuff? So, you know, just to make sure that they'll be healthy and all that. And she was like, yeah, you know, that's a good week for them to be delivered, so they should come out fine and everything else like that, or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, okay, cool, boom. So that was basically that day. I think that was like Wednesday or something like that, or whatever. And at this point, I'm doing weekly appointments for one, because I think that's 8-9 months. So I'm doing weekly appointments at this point, as well as they had me going to 2 different doctor's appointments each month, because I was going to 2 different doctor offices. So I was going to get ultrasounds on them every month and things like that. So yeah, so that's what she said. I think that was around like a Wednesday or Thursday. So it's either one of those days, okay? So anyway, so I'm like, okay, I come home. I'm like, all right, I gotta get on it, because at this point I am not prepared at all. I don't have my diaper bag ready. I don't have like everything that I need inside the diaper bag. What I did have was like all their clothes and you know, cribs, swings, and things like that. I had all of that for them, but I didn't have like my room clean, because I wanted to like wash everything, you know, so everything just be nice and clean and fresh for them. And I didn't have none of their clothes washed, and I wanted to wash all their clothes before they wore them, and things like that. So I didn't have their clothes washed. I didn't have my clothes clean. I didn't have anything clean for me to like wear after I come home that I can be comfy in, because like I just gained so much weight when I you know, carrying them. So therefore everything I had to where while I was pregnant was just like large and stuff like that. So anyway, so I was just on a mission because I had to get this maternity shoot done. And I was procrastinating to get this maternity shoot done for the longest. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta get this maternity shoot done. I'm tired, I'm swelling up, and that's another symptom of preeclampsia. You like swell up and it's with pain. So it's like the touching my thighs, my legs, everything was just hurting. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. I'm way more tired at this point. I did my maternity shoot that Saturday. And I had a doctor's appointment that Wednesday because I told you I was doing weekly. So Monday came, I turned gave them my urine or whatever the case may be. You gotta wait 24 hours for the results. So Tuesday came, I guess I must have I don't know why, but the results didn't come Tuesday. So Wednesday morning, I called them Tuesday too, can I get the results, things like that. So they was like, it's not in yet, your doctor will call you. So Wednesday morning, my doctor called me. She said, we did find a concerning amount of protein in your urine. However, because you don't have high blood pressure and things like that, we're going to go ahead and try to let you go to at least 37 weeks, but they're going to push for 38 weeks. They wanted me to have them at 38 weeks. So that was the whole time. They already told me from the beginning that I was going to have them at 38 weeks. So, but she was like, so you won't be giving birth this week. We're going to try to let you go to 37 weeks for the at least. But they're going to try to push them to 38 weeks. So I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, but still coming to your doctor's appointment, everything as usual. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. So I'm feeling a little bit mixed emotions because I'm like, dang, I do want to have my babies because I want to see them and I'm tired of being pregnant. But also I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with them staying in because I still got to get some things done. So that morning she called me, told me that. So Wednesday later on around 2 o'clock, I go into the doctor's office and, everything as usual. She do my blood pressure check. Every time I go to the doctor's, my blood pressure is fine, everything like that. So this time she said, oh, your blood pressure is high. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, yeah. She let me know. She was like, oh, yeah, you're delivering babies today. And I was like, huh? She was like, you're delivering babies today. And I was like, well, I thought my doctor said that, they're going to try to let me go to 37 weeks, if not, try to do 38 weeks. And she was just like, no, Dr. So-and-so, I forgot her name, the one that delivered me. I never had her. All this time I was going to this other doctor. So she was like, no, she doesn't even want to let you, go past today or whatever like that. Because it's high blood pressure and I do have preeclampsia. So she was like, so I was like, okay, well, do you think I'm gonna be able to push or what? And she was just like, she said, I don't think they're gonna let you push, but I am gonna go check for you. I can check. Cause I'm like, I need to know how I'm delivering. So she came back or whatever like that. She was like, yeah, so you're not doing, she don't even want to let you try pushing. She's just gonna do straight C-section. And she was like, we don't even know if you're strong enough, if your pelvic is strong enough to push out 2 babies and things like that, because this is my first pregnancy and all of that. So I was like, oh my goodness, are you sure? There's no way I could just try. And baby B was breached, but baby A was head down. So they was just like, if baby B don't come out, then I would have to do a C-section, and I don't want to be healing from both ways and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Okay, fine, that's fine. So I'm just scared because C-section is surgery. I never had to do surgery. Never really had to be in a hospital for anything for real. So I was just like, oh my goodness, okay. So she was like, go straight to the hospital from here. So I'm like, and she don't eat nothing and all of that or whatever. So I'm just like, so I was like, I don't have my diaper bag or nothing like that. I can go home and get that. She they can't meet you at the hospital. And at this point, I didn't want to go straight to the hospital because first of all, I needed to get in the shower, things like that. I'm thinking that I was going to go real quick to the doctor's appointment, come back and, get on with my day. So I told her, I'm like, no, we got 1 car, so I do have to go home and get my husband and whatever like that. I said, because we didn't know I was going to be giving birth today. So she was like, okay, cool. So I came home. I told my husband, I'm like, yo, my husband and my brother was here. I was like, at our apartment. So I was like, yo, we about to have some babies today. So he like, what? My brother like, what? My brother starts screaming. He like, they like, oh my God. So, you know, we just all playing around because it's just me, my brother, and my husband. So we just like, oh my God, we having some babies. I'm like, yo, I got to get in the shower. So I'm getting in the shower. And then I'm getting like my bags packed, got their bags packed. I got everything for them. I got boppies, clothes, like change your clothes. They said don't bring diapers and wipes and stuff like that because the hospital give it to you. And everybody was telling me like, take all of that, take all of that. So I'm like, okay. So I had that all cleared out. But yeah, so I'm like, all right. So I'm packing up my bag. I got this big behind duffel bag with all these like nightgowns in there and just like a whole bunch of stuff inside there and stuff. So we boom. So we finally be getting in the car. Well, no, before we got in the car, I was trying not to tell my mom. I was trying not to tell nobody until we got to the hospital. But my mom came home early for some reason. She came back to my apartment for some reason early to do something and then leave back out. And then she caught us like trying to leave, and I was just like, yeah, mom, we about to have these babies. So now she like, I knew it. We leaving. We get there to the hospital probably around like, I don't know, probably around like 3, I don't know. No, it's probably around like 4 or something. It's something around there. Like probably around like 4 or 5, something like that. But they said you couldn't eat for 8 hours. That's what they was telling me. So I'm checking in and all of that. We inside the room. We in this one room first. They like check you, do all this other stuff before they even like take you back to like a delivery room or anything like that. So in that room, they just like giving me regular checks and stuff like that. They did a COVID test and all of that before they actually take you to the like a delivery room. So they telling me like I can't eat or drink for 8 hours. So I'm thirsty, okay? So like my mouth is like, as time was progressing, my mouth was dry as crap. And then my lips, like I had my lip gloss on for a little bit, but then like by the time I was giving birth, my lips was dry, okay? So anyway, so yeah, so we inside the room, they checking us, they checked me, give me the COVID test, and they didn't give my husband the COVID test, which I didn't understand why I'm taking the COVID test and he's still here and y'all interacting with him as well. So anyway, so yeah, so moving on, we they take us to like this little labor and delivery room, whatever. But this is still like well before I'm about to give birth, so it's probably like I thought I was slick too, so I think I did come to the hospital around like 4 or 5 because I was like, okay, well, cool. They was like 8 o'clock at night is when I should be giving birth. Well, first the lady told me around like 6 because she was like, oh, they might not make you wait that long, but then when I got there, they did make me wait that long. So around like 8 o'clock is when I was gonna give birth. So I got there around like 4 or 5, thinking it was gonna be quick. Just trying to cut down the time of me being in the hospital because I might want to just be sitting there. So they got me inside that labor and delivery room, and they started putting like the IVs inside of me and all of that. Just giving me like fluids, and they got me hooked up, hearing the babies and things like that. So at this point, first of all, they had to stick 2 IVs inside of me, and they messed up the first time and had to redo it, and that was hurting. It didn't hurt badly, but it did hurt. And then it was just like, I don't know, like I was just so scared to move after that. So it was just like we was trying to do the baby mama dance inside there. I was scared to get up and move. And the lady told me like I could move and stuff like that, but I was like no, because that right there was hurting, and I was too scared. So and now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, dang, I couldn't even do the belly cast, and I was wanting to do that. But I did get my maternity shoes on, which is great. So anyway, so yeah, so this is that Wednesday, obviously, on the 21st of October. All right, y'all, I'm so upset because I didn't even know that my camera cut off. So I'm just like upset about that. I was talking, I was literally like probably almost done. Anyway, so let me just finish getting on with the story. So I left off talking about how they put the IVs in my hand, it was hurting, whatever. We trying to do baby mama dance, you know, yada yada. So, yeah, so we just in there, me and my husband just like laughing, joking, playing around, recording, taking pictures, stuff like that, trying to wait out the time. Around like 7:30, they came, which was earlier than I expected because they said it was gonna come at 8 o'clock. So 7:30 they came, give my husband his little scrubs to put on, and then they were telling me that they're gonna take me in a couple minutes. So at this point, I'm like extremely scared because I just don't want no needle in my back. Like, and then they were saying that he couldn't come, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, like why can't he come? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, all right, so now I'm scared. So now they take me back there. And when I get back there, we in like the surgical room. Now, mind you, I've never been in a surgical room. I don't even know what it looks like. So I heard them telling like the other nurses and stuff like, oh, all the rooms are taken up, so we're just gonna keep her in this room. So I'm just like, I don't even know what that room looked like. But this room right here just looks so like surgical. So it was just like scary because it's just like they sit me on this dang standing still little table and stuff, and they want me to sit my little thick stuff on there, talking about sit on the edge so he can do my thing. And it's super skinny. So I'm just like, all right. So I'm trying to like sit up there with this big behind belly and this big donkey, you know, I'm just playing. But for real, trying to sit on the edge of there, my hands are just like, you know, just like a little shaky, like, because I am like extremely scared at this point. And then they just like all just talking regular, like, what you eating for dinner tonight, kind of talking like, hey girl, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just like, y'all just talking like this is just a regular day, and my life is about to change for the rest of my life. I am scared, and y'all just talk about nothing, like this is nothing, right? So obviously they're used to this, but I'm not. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm trying to hurry and speed through this video, okay? Because now my baby's acting up, the phone acting up, everything. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm like, y'all just talking about nothing. I'm over here extremely scared. And so the nurse that was there that I had, she seen that I was shaking. And so she just grabbed my hand or whatever like that. And then she just like, you know, started rubbing my hand and stuff like that. So it was helpful. Of course, I was still scared after that. But it did like help me, like, I guess, like, control it a little bit more. Because, like, you know, like, she holding me, like, giving me something else to, like, focus on or something like that. So I do want to say, like, shout out to all the nurses that was there, because all my nurses was good. And it's very important for you to have good nurses, because as they made my experience great, and I feel like they can make or break your experience when it comes down to you giving birth. If you got like crappy staff or nurses, or if you got good nurses and staff, like all mine was fine. So I didn't have no horror stories, which was great. So anyway, so yeah, so she like helped me out a little bit. I'm still scared, but it just like, you know, did like ease me a little bit. So all right, so we get the dang thing. He was like, oh, it's going like pinch or burn, whatever like that. So I'm just super scared. He finally does it, and it doesn't hurt as bad as everybody make it seem, or as bad as I thought it was going to be. So boom, I get that or whatever. But at this time, I'm thinking like they're going to give me this, and I'm going to go back in the room or something. I didn't know that as soon as they give me this, I was about to give birth. Like, I was like, so they like instantly after they did this, they like, all right, they shifted me to this another little stainless steel table and laid me down. Well, first they laid me down, and then they like, you know, picked me up on something and pulled me over there. So they put me over there, and I'm like, what the freak? Like, we about to like have these babies like right now. Like, I'm scared. Like, and no, I didn't know this was about to happen like right now. I don't know what I thought, but I didn't think I was about to be having these babies like instantly after they put that in me. So cool. So now I'm laying down, and I don't even like to lay on my back because of the fact that I can't breathe. Like, first of all, I got this big behind belly, and it's just like hard for me to breathe. And I always had like congestion and heartburn and stuff the whole time that I was pregnant with them. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like now they put me on my back, now I can't breathe. So I'm trying to stay calm because like I really want to like panic and freak out, but it's like I don't want to like, you know, like pass out. So I'm like, okay, so I'm laying down now, and then I'm just like wiggling my toes, you know, because it's tingling now. Like after they give it to you, your body just start tingling, like literally, like it just start tingling and numbing you. So it don't hurt or nothing though, but I was wiggling my feet and stuff like that, you know, just like feeling myself going numb. And then it got to the point where like I was extremely numb. Even your belly start to feel numb, and that was weird because I didn't expect that, but it makes sense though because they gotta cut your belly. So it got to the point where I was extremely numb, and I was trying to move my feet, and that almost freaked me out. I'm telling y'all, I almost passed out like from having a panic attack because I don't know, it just freaked me out because I couldn't move. And then they just got you laying on the thing like an armrest here, you just like laying like this, you just turn your head like that. I'm telling y'all, like I was about to freak out because I'm thinking in my head like, am I going to feel them cut me? Like, am I like, I just didn't know. Like, am I going to like pass out because I can't breathe? I was just scared because I'm not knowing what to expect again. And you know, just like the epidural, it's like, it wasn't that bad, but I didn't know what to expect. So I was just extremely scared the whole time. So boom. So they laid me down. My stuff is numb. Now my belly is numb. I'm like, this is weird. I'm freaked out. And you got like a man, he stays back here. A nurse stays back here or whatever. He was a man. And they stay back here. He stayed back here this whole time, like while you're giving birth or whatever, doing the surgery. And then you got the doctor, she comes in. And you got the nurses and all that that's helping her. So I had to fix my baby up, give her a little bit of music. All right, anyway. So yeah, so now you got like the nurses, everybody, doctors ready, right? So I just hear the doctor say, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Where's dad? Like, go get dad. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So she started doing it, like, but obviously I can't feel it. So my husband, he's not in the room yet, but she already getting started. So as soon as he come in, now this is a funny story because she already started cutting me open and stuff. So when he came in, he got to see me cut open. So by the time he has to walk past, like right here, walk past me being cut open right here, and then come behind the little curtain that they got in front of me. And he comes over and he's looking at me like this. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Or whatever like that. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Like, you okay? So I see he wasn't okay. I really wasn't okay. But I'm like, I'm going to act like I'm okay so that he can't be okay. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm okay, whatever like that. So so I'm just cracking up seeing, like, how he is or whatever like that. So, like, I don't even know because, like instantly right after that, like, they were pulling out the name Baby. So, because he tried to get like a little video of me real quick. He was like, oh, like, let me know I got the camera and stuff like that. Little small convo. Mind y'all, I didn't even tell y'all. I was already tired because I was up early that morning, that day. So, I was already tired. So, that whole day waiting for them to come at 8 o'clock, no food, nothing to drink. That's not even my norm. I was extremely tired. Okay? So, by the time they took me back at 8 o'clock at night, I was falling asleep. Like, I'm like this. I don't know if it was like what they gave me, but I was like, I couldn't even stay. And that's another reason why he was asking, was like, okay, because I was just like this. Like, my eyes were just rolling. I was extremely tired. Like, I was fighting to stay up because I'm like, I don't want to go to sleep. I want to see my babies. Like, and I just want to see this whole experience. I'm too freaked out by all of this to be going to sleep. I didn't know what's happening to me. So anyway, yeah, so that was another thing. That's a big important part of this because that's one why he was asking if I was okay. And then for two, I didn't even remember them showing me my babies. So they pulled the baby out, they're like, there she goes. So boom. So he like take the picture, whatever like that. And then baby B come out instantly 1 minute later. Hold on, y'all. So instantly, baby A come out and like got her, boom. He takes the picture and then he like sits down to try to like show me. They said again, dad, again, because baby B came out 1 minute later. But all I see is when baby A came out, they like got her. They like she's peeing. So I'm cracking up because I'm like, my baby peeing on my other baby because my baby B came out 1 minute later. So she had to be right there right there behind her. It was just like quick. So I was like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking like, man, this wasn't nothing. Now I'm feeling like, mind you, the whole time I'm feeling like pressure. Like the whole time that they was like cutting me open and stuff. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up because my baby's getting cranky because she's hungry. Okay. So anyway, by the time so yeah, again, it's quick. But the whole time that they was doing this, I was feeling like the pressure. Okay, like I was feeling like the pressure, so I just couldn't breathe the whole time they was doing it, like, because it just felt like a lot of pressure down here. And I think I was like, I maybe had like anxiety or something, like, because I was just like so anxious, like I don't know what this is gonna be. I wanted to be over, things like that. So all you can feel is pressure, like tugging and pulling, like that's all it felt like they was doing this the whole time when they was like, cut me open and trying to get the baby out. It felt like they was just like shaking my baby out. So yeah, so that's all I felt like when it felt like I felt them like pull them out, but it just felt like pressure. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now I'm like, all right, boom, it's over with. I can, like speed this up. Because the whole time I'm having to like, so then he has to leave. My husband has to leave like over there, cut the umbilical cord, things like that, get the weight, interact with the babies and the nurses and all of that. So he's over there. So now I'm left by myself right here with this man back here. So I had to keep touching the cold rail to like keep me up and just to have me focus on something. Because like the mirror is right here. And if I look over here, I can see my insides and all that. And I don't want to see all that. So I'm just like keep touching the poles, and I'm just like trying to stay up and just like, cause now nobody's back here with me but this man. I haven't nobody to talk to. So I'm just doing all that. So now after they got them out stuff, so I'm like, you know, well, how much longer? Right after they took the babies out, I'm like, how much longer? My doctor was like, how much longer? So the man back here, he was like, is you all right? I'm like, I can't breathe for real. I'm like, can you check my you know, they give you the little things to put inside your nose to breathe, whatever like that, the ear thing. So I'm like, can you check this? I can't breathe. So at this point, my nose is stumped up and stuff. My lips is like dry as crap. My mouth is dry as crap. I'm gonna show y'all the picture and don't even talk about me, because I was looking a mess. My lips was dry as crap, like crusty. So at this point, I'm like, you know, I can't breathe, whatever like that, and you know, I'm telling him like, can you fix this? He fixing it, but I can't. It's not doing nothing because my nose is stumped up. So I'm like, all right. So he was like, you got about 30 more minutes. I'm like, 30 minutes? I almost passed out then. I'm telling you, I almost fainted a couple times. I almost passed out when he said 30 minutes because it like freaked me out. Like, I don't know like if anybody else experienced this when they was having a C-section, but it's just like it freaked me out to know for one, I'm still numb. You sewing me up and I gotta lay on this table for 30 more minutes and I can't even breathe. I'm thinking I'm going to pass out. Like, I really thought that was the end. Like, I'm going to pass out. I never passed out before, but this is the day I'm going to pass out. So he like, I'm telling him, I'm like, I guess I'm just feeling like anxious. Like, I need this to hurry up. Like, it's freaking me out. Like, so he was like, well, you know, now that you're not pregnant anymore or whatever like that, the baby's is out, I can give you something that's going to make you feel drunk or whatever like that. He's like, do you drink? And I'm like, I don't drink, but I'm like, I try just a little bit of it because I don't want to feel drunk. I'm already tired, like, so I'm already out of it. I didn't even notice that they had brought the babies beside to show me right there, but I didn't even notice that they did that. I don't even remember. At the time I did, but I'm saying now I don't remember that because that's how out of it I was. So I'm like, all right, I could try a little bit of it. So he gave me a little bit of it or whatever. So after that, it did like calm me down. It did calm me down, like it did. And maybe that's why I was even more out of it. Why? So the 30 minutes, it like went by fast, but it didn't really go by fast. So after they done stitching me up, they rolled me into this room. Mind you, it is 8 o'clock at night. So I had Selah came out at 8:02 and then Naru came out at 8:03. So mind you, you know, by the time they done, it's like probably like 8 something going on 9 o'clock, obviously. So yeah, so they roll us into this room, right? So this room we stayed in for like a couple hours and then they took us to another room. So, excuse me, I don't know if they do that with everybody, but that's just how it happened. So, boom. I was in this room or whatever like that. Both of my babies rolled back with me as well as my husband. We all in the room together with the nurses and stuff. So, I did have gestational diabetes while I was pregnant. So, which gestational diabetes means diabetes while you're pregnant. But anyway, so I had that while I was pregnant. So they was like doing their glucose test and all of that every couple hours, as well as doing mines, making sure we don't got it still or whatever the case may be. So it's nighttime. I'm tired. I'm pretty sure my husband is tired, and then my babies, they was tired because they came out sleepy. So what happened? Like I said, I was kind of out of it and still kind of in of it, and that's why I can do like another video, like a part 2 with my husband, and he can like tell the sides that I really like is blurry on. I'm trying to think as far as what I can remember. And what I can remember after that is like after me feeding them, they came checking their you know, sugars and stuff like that. It just had to be like a couple, I'm not gonna say a couple hours like that, but I could probably say 4 to 6 hours. Cause like, all right, we went back there almost like 9 o'clock or something. And then probably around like maybe 5 or no, not even 5. It had to be around like 2, I don't know, probably around like either like 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, something around that time. They come telling me they gotta take my babies to the NICU. So I'm like, you know, they telling me why and everything. Like, so I'm like, okay, fine, right? So that's fine. I go to sleep. They take them. I go to sleep. Probably like 2 hours later, Naru comes back. And Selah is still in the NICU though, but Naru comes back. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now we have one baby, and like I think I feed her again, and then like we sleep with her just a little bit, and then they give her a bath. So they gave her bath. After that, like probably a little bit more interaction with her. Then she like laying in her bassinet right here beside me. We trying to get some sleep. All three of us sleeping. And then they come and tell me again that my baby got to go back to the NICU. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I didn't want her to go at this point. I'm thinking like this is nothing. Like, they're going to come back. So then after that, my babies never came back. And it's just like, I don't even know why, but it makes me want to cry right now. And I don't even normally be crying when I talk about my babies being in the NICU. But that is what happened. That's my story. Like, they did not come back. So really, that's the end of my labor and delivery story. After that, obviously, I went home. I had a great, as far as experience, I had a great experience. They kept me on my medicine, so I wasn't really feeling pain. I had no bad stories to tell as far as like my healing process. I was healing fine. I healed fine as well, and I'll probably like do a video on that. And I'm going to do a video on my NICU experience, just because this video I'm pretty sure is already long, and I need to like tend to my babies anyway. So I'm going to just do a separate video for the NICU experience. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I hope y'all like this story. I hope it was entertaining and very helpful or informative in any kind of way. It's not as bad as it may seem, but it's definitely an experience. It is definitely for me like a life-changing experience, because I was so freaking scared that like I scared myself like to the extreme where like I really was like traumatized from this whole experience. And I still kind of am, but I'm like slowly letting it go. I definitely would have kids again, but it was just like, it's so scary that I don't know. Like, comment down below, let me know how was your experience on like delivery. If you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know every time I post another video.